Hi, everyone. I thought I would provide your feedback for the written assignment through a video. It just allows me to say a lot more than I possibly could in Blackboard in a small little text box. Let's go ahead and take a look at your assignment. First off, your assignment requirements. If you have any questions as to what areas were taken off for points, if you did not receive 100%, take a look at the grading rubric. It should be detailed for you. So first off, it should be a Word or PDF type file, name, date, course information at the top, and then of course, this is college, right? Proper spelling and grammar is needed. So 4 questions that you were to answer are as follows. So first, discuss what a business model is and why you think they are useful. Now, all of these questions we talked in length about last week. Not only did I discuss them through my lecture, but then we also had class activities. I would anticipate most of you did very well on this. All right, so a business model, what is it? So a business model really describes the rationale. I almost think of it as an outline or a map that shows how a new venture can not only create value, but deliver and capture that value as well. And so why it's useful? Well, it's useful because it allows entrepreneurs to stay focused, right? It's that roadmap, as I mentioned. It allows them to stay focused and really better understand what it is that the entrepreneur is doing, for whom, and for why. Because at the end of the day, it's all about creating value for that customer. Whether it's a new market or existing market, it's about creating value for that customer, right? That value, when they see that value, they're more likely to buy your product. Question 2. So question 2 is not a critical thinking question. It's pretty straightforward. What are the 4 parts of a business model? It's the offering, the customers, the infrastructure, and the financial viability. So this does not involve any critical thinking. As long as you define those and put it in your own words, you will get 100% on that question. So why do I have this question? It might seem tedious, but I assure you research shows that sometimes when you read information, process that information, and then rewrite it in your own words, that's where real learning can take place. And since this is the point of this class, that's why I have that question. Question 3, the customer value proposition. So what is it? And what is needed for it to be truly effective? Now, you may have answered this in the previous first 2 questions. That's fine, but you certainly need to answer it here as well. So the CVP, well, the CVP is basically a statement. It describes why a customer should buy your product and why they should use it. Now, what's needed for it to be truly effective? Well, there's a couple things that need to be involved to be truly effective. Well, first of all, it's the most important part of a business model. And really, the focus should always be on generating value. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the focus to be on generating value for the customer and how this value can then in turn create a profit for the business. When your product creates a value for the customer, they're more likely to buy it. And then hopefully when customers are buying your product, you in turn are making a profit. It's a win-win. The last question, create a business model canvas. So we did go through this briefly. There were 9 different areas. As long as you presented those 9 different areas and gave examples that made sense, you should get full credit on that one. I know this was a little bit more involved than the other 3 questions, but I'm not looking for a lot of detail here, but just that you understand that process and that you were able to identify different elements under each activity or each area of that business model canvas. All right. Again, refer to that grading rubric if you have any questions, and you can always ask me in class or send me an email if you have any questions as well. Thank you so much.